Good morning, students. Welcome to the live online classes. We are going to continue with chapter 7, Industries, part 3. You can refer to your geography textbook on page number 71. We are doing the topic industrial reasons, okay? Now, what are industrial reasons? These are basically large areas. These are basically large areas where you have high number of industries or high concentration of industries, number of industries. So you can see here that it is a large area which has a high number of industries or concentration of industries. So industrial areas, okay, grew when a number of industries are located close to each other and share the same benefit and facilities because of their closeness with each other. So I'm talking about number of different industries. They tend to cluster together on certain locations due to the locational factor. That is the first factor that we are studying is the place. Why all the industries are located in that certain area. Okay, that is the factor. Another one is, okay, connection between the industries. Some of the industries are connected with each other because of the raw material. Because of the same raw material they use for producing finished goods. Okay. The third one is interdependence. So these are the factors why these industries are located close to each other. And another one factor that we missed out is raw material. Now, last time only I told you, okay, what is a raw material? The resource or the wealth that is used for manufacturing a finished product is known as a raw material, like agricultural products, minerals, as well as timber, okay, or etc. So the primary reason for concentration of large number of industries in a particular area is, okay, what we call available source of wealth or availability of resources. So what is the reason? So availability, availability of resources, resources, resources. So different industries are located in the same place because of the resources, that is the raw materials that you will find there, like water, then power supply, that is electricity, skilled and cheap labor also. So I am talking about the people's workforce, okay, or mazdoor, okay, and also an area, that is the land, okay, for building and industries, and also near to the market area, and also good network of roads, etc., which fosters or help the growth and development of many industries in that particular area. The second reason, okay, that we find why we have an industrial reason is, the first reason was availability of resources, okay. The second factor is the industrial township, okay. The second factor is the industrial township. Now, by the word town only, you can understand what it means. It means, okay, population growing in that particular area. So an industrial town is a city. It's a city, it's a booming city where economy, where, okay, the wealth and resources is based on the industry, such as mining town. If you have industries, too many industries that are located, it is due to the factor of raw material, like, okay, like iron, coal, etc., which is located in that mining area. So industrial township is an area where workers of a heavy industry live together within walking distance. So township is a particular area where workers of heavy industries or large-scale industries live together within a distance, okay, within a working distance of that place, okay, of the work. So it gives scope for expansion. So because of these two factors, what it gives? It gives scope for growth of subsidiary industries. So not only different kinds of industries are located in that area, so it also gives growth to a small industry that is called subsidiary, subsidiary industry. Now whenever we are talking about subsidiary industry, one thing you have to understand, a subsidiary industry is a company that is completely controlled by another company. Okay, so it gives scope for growth of subsidiary industries, without which no industry can survive. So heavy industries like large scale industries depends on subsidiary industries, like small scale industries also depends on subsidiary industries, because the subsidiary industries provides raw material. Okay, other industries which provides raw material, goods and services also starts growing in nearby areas. So not only subsidiary industries but also other industries which gives other types of raw materials also starts growing in that particular area, that is in the industrial township, okay, for the functioning of other industries, because other industries would not survive or would not exist if these industries are not located nearby. So location and nearness to the nearness to the industries is the must factor here we have to understand. Eventually it gives rise to industrial regions. So these are the factors which gives rise to industrial areas in a particular location which are self-sufficient, independent, because they do not have to depend on others, and are able to provide for themselves without the help of others. This, therefore they are called self-sufficient and strives to provide by themselves all that is required for the development of industries in that particular locations. So now we are moving on to another topic, that is called pollution and industries. Now POLLUTION, pollution and industries. Now I'm talking about industrial pollutions. So what is pollution? Pollution means production, or contamination, the state of being polluted. So industries contribute or add, greatly to the nation's economic progress. You can see on one hand, there is advantage also, there is disadvantage also. Advantage is that, it helps in the growth and development of our nation. It helps our nation to become a developed country. But on the other hand, it is also responsible. It is also the very cause, the main cause for the, eating away of environment or degradation of environment by contributing to the air, water and soil contamination or pollution. The release of industrial effluents. Now, what is effluents? EFFLUENTS, effluents. Now, water, air, as well as the soil, when it is mixed with waste matter, it is called effluents. So the release of industrial effluents into the air, water and soil is termed as industrial pollution. Industrial pollution is one of the most widespread. Widespread means in general, when we think, it happens in all over the world, and this challenge is faced by everybody, by all industrial developed countries of the world. This creates a far-reaching effect or impact on not only human beings, it also affects the human beings, because we also suffer due to diseases and illnesses due to the pollution and waste. But also it affects the biodiversity. It also affects the biodiversity. Now there is diversity of plants and animals in a particular habitat, that is environment I am talking about. They also get affected, plus humans also get affected, as a whole. With the rise of industries, the disposal of industrial waste, the throwing of garbage, the throwing of waste, that is solid waste as well as liquid waste, has become one of the greatest problems or challenge before the world. It happens in our domestic waste also, in a household waste also. Where to throw the waste or garbage? It is one of the major problems that we are facing in Kalimpong also, in other parts of the cities also. Some factors responsible for the degradation of our environment or erosion or eating away of our environment or lowering of our environment are unplanned industrial growth. What is unplanned industrial growth? More industries are coming up, okay, without any rules and regulations. Weak government policies, okay, there is no such rule that basically enforces the law, okay, and inefficient waste disposal. So you are throwing waste everywhere, and not only we, but also the industries which are coming up in India and in other parts of the world, okay, and we are using outdated technology. So we are using obsolete machines which are out of date, okay, which cannot be produced in the modern day. Because these machines are old machines and these are not produced, okay, in general in the modern factories nowadays. And these machines are basically outdated because they pollute the air, and this pollution leads to greenhouse effect and later to global warming, okay. Therefore, all of efforts should be towards its mitigations. So I'm talking about MITI, okay. So I'm writing here MITIGATION, mitigation. Now, mitigation. So, therefore, all efforts must be made towards its mitigations. So, we have to lessen the pollution, or we have to be offensive or defensive towards pollution, okay. Therefore, all efforts should be towards its mitigation must be attempted to reduce pollution caused by industries and take preventive measures or remedies, okay, or lower the course of the pollution, okay. So we have to also not only take mitigation but also take preventive measures to reduce the pollution. As stopping industrial pollution is not something that can happen overnight. So overnight you cannot change, okay, or reduce pollution or stop pollution. It is a slow process, it is a gradual process. So we have to have certain laws and rules and regulations that has to be followed by the industries in order to reduce the cause of pollution, okay. The industries causes various types of pollution like air, water, land and noise pollution. So the first pollution that we are studying is water pollution. Now, the first pollution is water pollution. Now, water is polluted when some impurities. Now, whenever I am talking about impurities, I am talking about, dangerous material or which are mixed with water, soil or air, or impure things or material are mixed, okay? And it presently degrades the quality of the air, soil or water, and makes it unfit for use or harmful for use. This is known as water pollution. The impurities are in the form of dissolved gases or minerals or is suspended in or are found in the suspended form. Suspended means, hangs freely in air or what we call liquid, okay? Impure water is harmful for man as well as animals as well as plants. Remember that. So, number 1 point, industrial waste is the major source of water pollution. So, industries are the major cause of water pollution. Because various industries like chemical, paper, tanning means skin and hides tanning, industries, dyeing industries, coloring industries, textile means cloth industries, sugar, jute, steel, oil refineries which basically refines the oil like petroleum etc. produce millions of tons means large number of industrial waste which are both solid waste as well as liquid waste, and solid waste and liquid waste has to be basically segregated. Because if there is no segregation, then it will pollute the atmosphere, okay? The second point is the entire waste is thrown into the water bodies. Now, I'm talking about rivers, lakes, oceans, or seas, or any kind of small streams, okay? So, the entire waste is thrown into the water bodies or in an open, low-lying area that is in the flat land. This waste affects the surface water as well as the groundwater or the underground water which contains fresh water for drinking, okay, or potable water. The third point is urban waste. Now, whenever I'm talking about urban waste, it is a city waste or a domestic waste that comes from the household. Agricultural activities like farmers using different kinds of fertilizers, chemical pesticides and insecticides, which also hampers or pollutes our soil, which basically later on gets mixed with the water bodies due to rainfall. And oil spills. Now, urban waste, agricultural activities, and oil spills, are other sources of water pollution. What is oil spill? Spilling of oil in the oceans from the tankers. The fourth point is polluted water of rivers, canals, and oceans also causes death of marine animals or aquatic life, or water, animals. Polluted water can make the soil saline, salty, or alkaline, acidic in nature, which has a high pH level, that is 7. Note, water pollution can spread epidemics, like diseases like cholera, dysentery, typhoid, diarrhea, etc. Water pollution with mercury causes Minamata disease, and the water contaminated with fibres of asbestos, can cause lung cancer. Now, what is asbestos? It's a fire-resistant silicate mineral, which is dangerous for human beings, which causes lung cancer. And it is used in fabrics of cloth which are fire resistant, like used by the fire department, as well as it is used in brake linings of cars and scooters, or pipe insulations. This material is used, and this material is very poisonous. Remember that. It causes lung cancer. Polluted groundwater used for irrigation damages crops. So the polluted water basically damages crops because the polluted water might be salty or acidic in nature. So what are the protection measures that we have to take, in order to reduce the course of this water pollution? To check water pollution, various measures have been recommended, like industrial waste should be collected from the source. Source means the origin or the beginning or the root from where the waste is coming, and managed on scientific basis, how to separate solid and liquid waste, and do waste treatment, which basically reduces the toxicity of this waste, and we can dispose it in the drains or some other places where we can basically keep the waste. Industries should be provided waste treatment facilities. So industries also should be provided waste treatment facilities. So every industry should have a waste treatment facilities in order to lessen the level of toxicity or poisonous substance in the waste. So this industry should use treatment facilities. Big industries should be asked to use its liquid waste. Now, liquid waste can be reprocessed or recycled after treatment. Industries should be covered by legislative measures. That is, there has to be certain implementation of rules and regulations, and laws should be enforced in order to basically reduce the pollution caused by the industries. So we have to have certain environmental understanding and awareness or knowledge of this industrial pollution, as well as water pollution, as well as air pollution, as well as soil pollution. We also have to have a knowledge about global warming, why it is happening, greenhouse effect, so that we can take adequate steps to reduce the level of pollutions. So Pratibha? Okay. Thank you for listening. Hope you find this lesson useful. Have a good day.